Peter Frederick? The mic is on, so state your name and address for the record and limit your time to speak to 3 minutes, please.
65 Columbus Boulevard, Peter Friedrich. Over the past several years, several cities and towns in Connecticut have given space to a radical organization, and because I'm worried it might happen here too, I want to warn the government of New Britain not to make the same mistake. Just locally, for instance, the governments of Rocky Hill, Glastonbury, and Farmington have all welcomed an organization called the Hindu Swayamsevak Sangh, or HSS. Now, the good news is that it appears New Britain has not similarly embarrassed itself by platforming and praising and staging photo ops with the HSS, at least not yet. But any day now, the HSS may come knocking on the city doors, begging for your stamp of approval. So if and when that happens, what should New Britain do? Well, the first step is so painfully obvious that it's shocking other local municipalities apparently didn't take it. If the HSS comes calling, you should take a quick 5 seconds to Google them before you start offering them acclamation. Let's cut to the chase. The HSS here in Connecticut, in America, and in fact around the world is the international wing of a fascist paramilitary organization in India called the RSS. Of course, the HSS does not like to advertise that fact when it's approaching local governments to score your support. But here's the truth. Amnesty International, for instance, calls the RSS a right-wing group which incites people to violence. Human Rights Watch says that the RSS is a militant group which is directly responsible for violence against Indian minorities, especially Muslims and Christians. And our country's very own U.S. Commission for International Religious Freedom explains that not only does the RSS aggressively press its view that non-Hindus are foreign to India, but that it has also perpetrated numerous incidents of intimidation, harassment, and violence against religious minority communities. Meanwhile, here in America, while it hides behind the charitable and cultural work which gets it applause from local cities, the HSS is helping to enable and empower the RSS's vicious and escalating anti-minority agenda back in India. Yet, as Dr. Audrey Truschke of Rutgers University explains, the HSS here in America misrepresents itself to cities as a cultural group. In reality, she warns, HSS promotes a far-right ideology of violence, hate, and oppression of religious minorities. The HSS wants to whitewash its image as a cover for its nefarious activities. But people are catching on. Since last year, several cities around this country, after learning about the HSS's nefarious activities, have begun retracting proclamations that they gave to the HSS. In the case of New Britain, however, hopefully there will never be a need for you to retract, since you can now avoid platforming the HSS in the first place. Thank you. And I have here for each member of the council a small information packet about the organization about which I just spoke.
Leave it on the tabletop there. Thank you, Mr. Frederick.